Hello, welcome to my channel. Today we're looking at Kelly Ray Huff, and he was 25 years old, Seattle, Washington, 5'11", 155 pounds, and he was a homicide victim, but they've never found his body, it says. The suspect was tried and convicted, but the body was never found, possibly buried in Snohomish County, Washington. Brown hair, hazel eyes, previous broken nose, wedding band. Okay, so there's no images or documents. There is a contact number, so maybe you've heard what happened to him over the years. Maybe you were incarcerated, or your loved one was incarcerated with a man, and maybe you have information. Even if it's hearsay, it's not like you're going to court. You're just giving the information to the investigators. Maybe you gave information to them years ago, and it's been so many years that you don't feel like they've kept those records, because maybe you think they lost them, because maybe they weren't computerized back then. So you can always give them the information again, but if you have any information regarding this case, you should contact authorities and let them know. Maybe you were afraid to give them the information years ago, but now you don't have any reason to be afraid, Maybe you heard something through your uncle's, brother's, nephew's, cousin while they were drinking, and maybe you want to share it with investigators and let them decide if it's important or not. Okay, so here's a newspaper article. It says, from the spokesman.com, from May 19th, 1983, estimated. It says Monday, February 17th, 1997. So, I don't know why this says 1883. Oh, established, duh. Okay, so this article is from February 17th, 1997. Search for murder victim's body fails despite tip from the killer. Isn't that crazy? You would think with cadaver dogs and everything they'd be able to find it. A search for the body of a Seattle shipwright who vanished 12 years ago has resumed without success following a tip from the man convicted of killing him. Snohomish County Sheriff's deputies and volunteers spent 5 hours Saturday looking for the body of Kelly Ray Huff, age 25, when he was last seen on June 25, 1985. Sheriff deputies did not resume digging Sunday. It hasn't been decided when the search will pick up again, said Jan Jorgensen, a sheriff's spokeswoman. This is not a fresh homicide, so we have plenty of time, Jorgensen said. It's a follow-up search. It's an evidence search, and we will more likely resume search at a later date. Digging began after Guy William Rowan, 35, who served more than 10 years in prison for a second-degree murder convicted of Huff's death, told Seattle police that the body was buried on a hillside just outside this town. A murder weapon was never found, and a clear motive was never established in Rowan's trial. The key witness was Huff's daughter, Kara, 5 at the time, who said she last saw her father go into the basement of his home with Rowan, adding that Rowan had a gun in his hand that day. Police said bloodstains were found in the basement. He was a Seattle shipwright. And I've got so many tabs open. A shipwright. What is a shipwright? It may not open. A ship builder. Wow, that's interesting. Okay, so we have this John Doe found in Silver Springs, Florida. I found this when I did a name search. Age 17 to 30 years old. Unidentified deceased found Silver Springs, Florida. Bones found at a campsite, and a gun was nearby in the Juniper Springs recreation site. Near complete or complete skeleton. They don't even know what color his hair was. But they know what kind of a gun it was. And then there was a shaving kit, a hairbrush, a zippered gun pouch, roll-on deodorant dated September 10th, 1991. So, yeah, there's information. Nike Air sneakers, size 10 or 11. It's interesting how when there's a John Doe or a Jane Doe, often they have clothing sizes, but when somebody goes missing, there's no clothing sizes mentioned. So, I don't know why nobody ever thought of that. So he's 5'11", 160 pounds, and he was 5'11", 155 pounds, so that's about the same. But that's so far away. But I'm leaving it in there because even though it's so far away, I don't know how far would you travel if you did something like that, right? Okay, so then we have this one who fits the description, but can't be him. But I'm leaving it in here anyway. And 5'11", 160 pounds, Washington. And this man was he was known as a bicycle man. He lived in the Kirkland area, and he stopped and he would chat with the police, and he rode his bicycle around. So, and then he was found deceased. He was lying under a plastic tarp under blackberry bushes. Police found the bicycle next to him, so I don't know what happened to him, or who he was. So, maybe somebody out there will know. Then we have Canyon Beach, Oregon. Someone died from 1985 to 1986, and they were 6 foot tall, which is close to 5'11". You know, if you're 5'11 and a half, you might be considered 6 foot. 150 to 170 pounds, reddish brown long hair, reddish brown beard and mustache. When it talks about their clothing. And they were found near Canyon Beach Highway 101 junction. So, that kind of seems like somebody just dumped the body out. And then we have this one in Montana. Found October 1985, 30 to 40 years old. It's not 27, but... And this is 5'10", estimated, 175 pounds estimated. Body found by a railroad yard, laying on cardboard and partially covered by plastic. And they have brown hair. And then we have this person found in Los Angeles, California, 25 to 35 years old, found October 9th, 1985. Let's see what this says. 5'10", measured, 145 pounds measured. John Doe 213. Brown hair, brown eyes. Did he have brown eyes? Brown hair, hazel eyes. So that's not going to be him. And I lost my place. Must have been there. Or was it this one? Maybe it was this one. Then it was that last. Okay, then we have La Paz County, Arizona, 25 to 45 years old, November 18th, 1985. They found skeletal remains in a desert location. Surgical pin in right thigh. Doesn't that sound familiar? I think there was somebody that went missing like that, right? With a surgical pin. Wonder if it was there. Oh, that sounds familiar. I don't know. Anyway. So, there's that information. And then we have one in Yuma, Arizona, ages 30 to 45 years old, 5'10" estimated, cannot estimate the weight, died 1984 to 1985. Skeletal remains found in a remote desert area. Let's see. Then we have, this one has a photo. Well, a sketch. Artist rendering sketch. Okay, and Phoenix, Arizona, 5'11", 191 estimated year of death 0 to 1998. Found in the dry river bottom near 52nd Street in Phoenix, Arizona. Not recognizable. Traumatic injuries. Gray or partially gray hair. So, I don't know. Okay, and we have White Pine County, Nevada. Found in 1988. 24 to 29 years old. A cattle rancher was horseback riding about a mile west of Geyser Ranch when he came across descendants' clothed skeletal remains. Wow, that would be frightening. Hair approximately 2 1/4 inch brown. So, unknown what the eye colors were. Black cigarette lighter, bright yellow comb, and it talks about what they have with them. So, and we have this one from California, Angeles National Forest, found September 17th, 1988, 20 to 60 years old. 5'10" estimated. 1968 to 1988 is their estimated death. Skeletal remains found. So they don't know about the hair. So. And Pima County, Arizona, found in 1991, ages 19 to 29 years old. Hispanic, Latino, is that what that said? Yep. There's a lot. Migrant corridor, so that's probably not going to be him. And Searchlight, Nevada, but I think that this one died closer to 1990 or 1991. It was, even though it's found in 1991, it says 23 to 39 years old. Unless they put the gun and the bullets out there later after he died, I don't know. 2 men riding mountain bikes discovered skeletal remains, and talks about those. They got that 357 Hydroshock Live cartridges, which I don't think they came out till 1990 or 1991. So I don't think this one could have been in 1985. So, and then we have this one, El Dorado, California, 20 to 50 years old. Partial skeleton remains found near a campsite. I'm going to skim too fast. So, and you can pause it and read more about that if you want to. And then we have this one, found in Blythe, California, 18 to 45 years old, found in 2010. Hikers found a skull and scattered bones on a hilltop in arid country near the Arizona border. So, and what else do we have? We have this one, and this one has an artist rendering. Male, unidentified, transient, was walking along a hillside when he found a barrel. The barrel appeared to have been burned, as there was a massive fire that engulfed the immediate area in 2017. Transient opened the lid and saw what appeared to be bones and called 911. Wow, so that's interesting. And I'm going to get rid of these tabs. except for these. Okay. And then I wanted to look at one more thing because the network. Unidentified geographical U.S. Washington. I think it's come up. Okay. 27. So this man was 1987, and this man was 1987. Wasn't one of them near the shipyard or something? This one was Ship Canal. Unknown date of death, but he was only 5'8", 180 pounds. So that couldn't have been him because it said he was 5'11", and they must have had it from his driver's license, right? And this one was 5'8" to 5'9" and didn't die till 1997. So, see, this says 40 to 50, but when you click on it, it says 25 to, and let's see. Okay, so get rid of those. We have this one, 2 weeks prior to 1987. It's the estimated date of death. I don't really see any. This one's biracial, but they're 30 years old and only 5'4". This one is Hispanic and 5'6". And this one died in 1989. This one could only be up to 24 years old and probably died in 1988. So I've been wondering if that one could be him, but it can't be if he didn't die till 1988. Because he died in 1985. So in these, you can tell that they're more recent because you can see the tattoos. And this one, it says, was at least 30 years old, and he was 27. They don't... Huh. Only 115 pounds? That's like nothing, isn't it? It's tiny. I wonder if that's a typo and if that should be like 155 or something. 115 pounds at 5'10"? It has to be some sort of a typo, right? And then this one didn't die till 1995. This one, nope. This one's date of death was 1998. And this one, 1996 to 99. This is Hispanic Asian, not till 2000. So there's nobody really in that area that seems to fit his description. 5'5" is too short. This one didn't die till 2002, and he's Asian, and he didn't die till 2001, and he didn't die till 2002 to 2007. Race unknown, didn't die till 2006. So you see? So I don't know what they did. I don't know if he buried him or not. I have no idea. And I wish there was a photo so we could look. That way when we went looking, we could look and see what the photos look like, right? So, who knows? Maybe he did bury him on that hill or somewhere else. I don't know. Maybe someday they'll find his remains. Maybe somebody will know something and they'll come forward and they'll tell authorities so that they can find his remains and his family can be able to, maybe they can have a proper funeral and scatter his ashes or something. Anyway, please feel free to leave comments and don't forget to pray for his loved ones. And thank you so much for tuning in and have a great day. Bye bye.